Yeah. They say you can hear me, but you can't.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We got some breaking news here. Got my guy Elton on the line. Let's see. Hi, Dad. Yeah, we got Elton on the line. Say what's up to the people, Elton.
What up, everybody?
See if I can hear it on the YouTube before we really dive into this because I can't hear you on my end. Let me see. All right, keep talking real fast.
Yeah, what up, everybody? How's it going?
All right, cool. I can hear you through my phone, so I'm gonna keep it that way, but I can't hear you through the computer, but that's all good. So yeah, man. Looks like the Ravens, they went ahead and they released our boy. You know, we've been talking about this for quite a bit of time now, man. So what you think, man? What you think?
I am I am torn because I don't really feel like going down this long road again. I'm like, okay, is it finally gonna happen? But I just still want it to happen.
Look, I already know the answer to my question. I already know the answer that I got. Look, bring the guy in, man. Bring him in. I mean, everybody keeps talking about locker room issues and this and that, but my thing is, we're not building a choir here. We're building a football team, and at the end of the day, a championship football team. And we're talking about 1 year where things are uncertain with COVID. If Stephen Jones can use that as an excuse, I can use that as an excuse to build a championship football team. And my thing is, we're talking 1 year, possibly a 1 year deal right now where it fits to how we restructured everything. I say bring the guy in, bro. I like Clinton Dix a lot. I like Xavier Woods. You know what I mean? I like Xavier Woods, but let's just be 100. Xavier Woods doesn't start on 2/3 of the football teams in the National Football League at that position. If you add Earl Thomas next to Clinton Dix, we automatically become a favorite right now. And we have the cap space to get him. I say go ahead and get him, bro. He's ready to come home. At this point, this is a second chance for him. You know what I mean? In a place that he wants to play. So it'll be a year audition for him to show that he can belong in the locker room. He got that deal he was looking for, but he messed it up. So at this point, he's going to be coming in hungry and ready to do whatever it is, whatever it takes. So I say bring him in. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I am there with you. Plus, you done signed Alvin Smith. You done signed Everson Griffin. So, to me, character isn't a big issue to me. And I am with you. He is better than everybody in the safety room. So let's do it. And actually, to me, he actually cleans up the little position flux of what our cornerbacks are right now.
Okay. So I want to show a comment real fast from one of our people out there, and big ups. What's up, Cowboy fan? What's going on, Rick? What's going on, guys? Everybody else that's out there. So Rick says no, do not sign Thomas. He is trouble. He will ruin the Cowboy. So do you want to touch on that real fast, Elton?
Ruin him how? What is he gonna do? Shoot people?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, if we're thinking about trouble, all right, the thing we're talking about is a scuffle in camp. You got into a fight, and they haven't talked about exactly what it was or how graphic it was or anything of that nature. But camp fights happen all the time. I mean, just ask Michael Westbrook when he knocked Stephen Davis ass out. When he was with the Washington football team. And then the thing that we're really thinking about, really, the Ravens are probably tired of it because of the saga that happened with him, his brother, and some bras that they hooked up with. And so are we saying that that's detrimental to the team? I just think that the Ravens probably looked for a reason to cut him because they had already signed him to a whole bunch of money. And, at the end of the day, they're probably just clearing cap, just like the Cowboys found a way to clear cap with McCoy, even though we didn't like it, but they found a way to clear cap during COVID. So, I mean, are there anything else? Is there anything else that you could think of him being detrimental to a locker room?
Nope. And I look at it like this. Tom Sula said him and damn Tyrone Crawford was about to fight yesterday. So are we going to cut him also? He's about to fight a position coach if he want to come off the field. I'm not worried about that.
I feel you. And I mean, here's a comment right here from Cowboys fan. He said, "Let's give him $8 million 1 year. I got a feeling we're going to sign him tonight." The last time that we were like in this boat, we were bringing in Mike McCarthy for a visit. I really do believe that we have an opportunity of getting Earl Thomas to sign. I really do. I feel it in my bones. I just think that if we're talking about Jason Garrett's coaching staff, I think that they probably say, no, we don't bring him in. We're going to just keep doing the same simple things that we're doing. The guys that we got, they're good enough. Xavier Woods. They're probably not talking like this, not this accent, but this is pretty much how we've been carrying it the whole time. Like, we're just good enough, and our coach is good enough, and the system's good enough. But I think that Mike McCarthy, I think we're looking at something totally different. The way that they went out and got Gerald McCoy, the way that they went out and got Everson Griffin, it looks like they were looking for things to fall in their lap, and especially for 1 year. I could definitely see this being, if they're making cap room, I could definitely see this as, being something they do. Do you think that the coaching staff makes a difference as to whether or not they go after Earl Thomas here?
Absolutely. Because Mike McCarthy knows, yes, he actually has a 5-year deal, but in actual reality, it's a 2-year deal. He actually has this year and then next year to damn win the Super Bowl in Dallas. If not, this is Kellen Moore's job. Kellen Moore is young. He is coming along. This is his job if then Mike McCarthy doesn't win a Super Bowl in the next 2 seasons. So Mike McCarthy all in. You give me damn whoever they want. I win now. Yeah, because Mike McCarthy don't even know who the quarterback gonna be next year. He damn wants to win now.
Yeah. Agreed. I think that this is the opportunity right now this year where I was thinking maybe down the line that, maybe this team, we could build something. But with CeeDee Lamb in the draft and, going out and getting some of these defensive players that we've signed for 1 year, I kind of think that we could make it a Super Bowl or bust situation. We have the quarterback that we think is good enough for 1 year. He's only signed for 1 year. Everson Griffin signed for 1 year. The guy that we actually signed for a couple of years, we just cut in McCoy. So got Poe for 1 year. And in all actuality, the way that we have our team structured with the cornerstones that we have, we probably will be able to make it so that throughout the years, we'll probably be able to bring in a couple of veterans that are solid for 1 year deals so that we're not tied to long contracts. So, this is really a sneak peek for Earl Thomas, and I really don't see another opportunity for us to go out there and get him on in our uniform any other way than right now.
Correct.
Because right now, with him being cut, you're going to get him at a discounted price more than likely. I'm not going to count anybody's pocket, but for the most part, with him having concerns detrimental to a team, you're going to have people that are suitors, but you're going to have people that, are unsure. But the one thing that we have in our favor here with having him be a suitor is that he wants to be a Cowboy. And we're going to have that along with the fact that he's going to be able to audition on the biggest stage that there is. So with those things being said, if everything lines up like it's looking to, you got to go ahead and get him straight up. Is there anything you want to add to that, or what you think that Earl Thomas could add to this defense that probably makes us a Super Bowl bust or not?
To me, it's a Super Bowl roster now. You actually can't find me a team. I don't care who you can, who's out there that you can say that top to bottom is better than them. And really, that was the case last year. But actually, the biggest difference is this coaching staff. You ain't gonna damn have this coaching staff say, "All right, my damn quarterback ain't damn thrown all week, so let's go out there and throw the ball 52 times." This damn team ain't got no receivers, so let's play 15 yards off and damn give him these throws. To me, they actually got to do it because for one, he's an upgrade. Even at 31, he's still better than Haha and damn X.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely an upgrade. I think that what he offers you as far as the upgrade goes is he offers you somebody that can give you different looks. While we like Xavier Woods, it's still a little bit of a tick in between him being decisive or not in where he's going to go. He's a very solid tackler. I'll give him that. But I don't necessarily know that if I have an Earl Thomas out there that he's going to be a guy that can disguise the same type of looks as the Earl Thomas, or that's going to, gain enough respect or garner enough respect from the quarterbacks enough to where they're thinking twice about if they're going to throw it in that area. Because while Earl might not necessarily pick it off jump, but if the ball is tipped in the air, it's getting picked off, period. And what that does is it offers us depth with Xavier Woods backing these guys up if one of them goes down, which I feel very comfortable about with that. So let's see, we got a couple of comments. Quest YouTube says Earl Thomas will be a great addition to what we already have, no question about it. Jay Reed said, let's see. At first he said, I don't see us signing him. I mean, if we had Garrett, yeah, but not with McCarthy, which we kind of disagree with. Yeah. And he also said we got HaHa for a reason. That's one of McCarthy's man. Now, if HaHa gets hurt, then yeah, Earl would come. And then another question came from Cowboys fan. Can Earl play the 3-4? And so for me, I'm going to kind of disagree with what Jay Reed was saying. Jason Garrett and those guys were not making these type of calls to Garrett. I mean, to Jerry, where they're like, go get this guy. They weren't making those type of decisions. They were going with what we already had. Not sure if they were handcuffed by the office, but it's been drastically different since McCarthy has been in there. Like, look at the type of defensive lineman we're getting. Like, for one, maybe it had to do with the fact that we had Rod Marinelli and Chris calling the defense, and they felt like the scheme was bigger than the type of players that were out there. Do you want to touch on that a little bit?
I just think Mike McCarthy is more aggressive in his approach, and Jason Garrett isn't. I mean, I am sure Garrett wanted Earl Dan Thomas last year, but I don't even think Mike McCarthy would have paid the price for Earl Thomas last year. But actually, now on this cheap deal, Mike McCarthy's gonna say, "Go get him."
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And really, I think I'm going to address the question about 3-4. And you're a D-back, and you know this yourself. For D-backs, there's no difference in a 3-4 or 4-3. As a D-back,
you can play.
D-back, as a matter of fact, there's really no difference in any scheme. You're going to have the same responsibilities that there are. The only difference that you might have is maybe at cornerback. Maybe you have an extra linebacker in there to play in coverage. But for the most part, if you got a deep third, you got a deep third. If you got a deep fourth, you got a deep fourth. If you got a deep half, you got a deep half. It's the same thing across the board. Doesn't matter if you're 3-4, 4-3, 5-2, goal line. You got the same responsibility. So, can Earl play the 3-4? Absolutely, he can play the 3-4. As a matter of fact, isn't Baltimore a 3-4 team? I could be wrong. Maybe they switched.
Baltimore's high.
I think that they are 3-4 or hybrid, like you're saying.
Yeah,
so, I mean, is there anything you want to touch on being the XD back out there, or from touching on anything that's wrong?
Nope, that is it. There's nothing more. There's nothing more to say.
Yep. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I got, man. Is there anything you want to touch on? Because, I mean, why we jumped on right now, because we believe that this right here is going to be the breaking story pretty soon. I think that the wheels are churning. Is there anything that you wanted to touch on with Cowboys or anything like that? Because, I mean, I haven't touched on camp and stuff yet, but this story really got me going. And I called you, you called me, and we was ready to talk on it.
But like you said, something I want to touch on earlier with X Woods. Signing Earl Thomas helps out our special teams. Why? Because now you have a starting caliber safety on your special teams that we actually lost, because we actually lost some special team depth with Jeff Heath going to the Raiders. Now you have another starting caliber player on your special teams.
Damn, I love when you make a good point. That's an excellent point, because Xavier Woods at this point could revert to playing a role. And when you got him playing a role, now you got a high quality level person playing that role, opposed to being tired. Because at this point, he still was doing those things with the special teams, but he had a starting role. And you had both of your safeties doing that at the time, where you had Jeff Heath and Xavier Woods doing both, double duty. And we all know that Jeff Heath was an outstanding special teams player, but what we're losing in that, we're gaining with X Woods if you were to go out there and get Earl Thomas. So that's an excellent point right there. And let me go to one comment before we head on out, man. It says, out of all the talks about Earl Thomas coming to the Cowboys, the situation would be the best, would be in the Cowboys' best interest so far. What do you think about that?
It is, because now it's perfect. Because people think the only question mark on the team, well, it is actually one other question mark now, is the secondary. Why I don't see the secondary as a big question mark. It is the weakest position group on the team. Now you just upgraded it. Now you really don't have any weak, to me, any weak spots outside of offensive tackle depth, with
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on that. And as Quest YouTube is saying in the comments right now, he's a free agent. It means no negotiating with teams. All negotiations between the Cowboys and Earl Thomas only. We already know they like each other. Absolutely. And I know that the conversation happened between Earl Thomas and Garrett going back in the locker room, but best believe the Cowboys already shared interest in that with the Seahawks. The Seahawks did not. The Seahawks wanted a little bit too much, and we weren't willing to budge on that. So I just think, like you said, it's a perfect situation right now, the perfect storm. For us, we're pro Earl Thomas, and you know, I've seen a couple of Cowboy fans out there that's really against it, but at the end of the day, this really doesn't mess up your culture at all. You got leadership in the locker room, and I think that, you know, he would come in there with a fresh perspective. He's a guy that has won a Super Bowl. He's going in there with the Super Bowl winning coach, and that right there is important, because Mike McCarthy has won a Super Bowl. And see, having a guy like Jason Garrett with a Super Bowl mind might be a little different, but you have a guy that has won, that has achieved the highest success in the NFL that there is, at least for one given year. And I just think that it's the perfect marriage. But anything you want to add on that before we head on out?
No, to me, it is great because, like you say, people don't give Mike McCarthy his credit. Since since 2006, only Bill Belichick has won more playoff games than him. I'm like, we actually got the guy, and actually listen to the players; they believe it also.
All right, dope, man. So tell the people where they can find you at, man. Because trust me, Earl Thomas subject. A lot of people were looking on it. We're on Twitter. We're looking here and there for the newest news, the latest news, man. So tell everybody where they can tune in and find your stuff, man.
Yeah, right on the screen, Elton costume is real simple. Not unless there's another one out there. Yeah, that is my YouTube channel, and I'm about to get back on the grind. The season's about to kick off. Feeling the itch, so
That man, same here, man. About to get back on it, man. I'm really excited about camp. I'm liking the things that I've been paying attention to. I've been following Mark Holmes. I've been following E2, Bosch, and those guys. Everybody. You know, Law Nation. Been following everybody. All right. So make sure you guys tune in because I'm back on it. I know I was on strike for a little bit because I was trying to see what these DAC negotiations was talking about, but you know, right now, he's our quarterback, so I'm good with how things are, at least for right now, and we'll revisit that next year. But thank you guys for tuning in, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. I'm gonna go ahead and make that. I'm gonna show that on the banner. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all right, guys, peace.